and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Do you own a telephone? If you do, before you listen to this episode and lose all faith in us, why don't you visit your podcast app of choice and leave us a rating or a review? It would be much appreciated, and it would help us build up our audience of lovely readers just like yourselves. You can always find us on social media. You can find us on Twitter at Billowing Hilltop. You can find us on Facebook, and you can find all our maps and images on our Tumblr, billowinghilltop.tumblr.com. That's it. I have no other news or information for you, so let us push on with episode 115 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast, Maggoty Knights All Right for Fighting. Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
How is everybody?
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much. Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'm here with Graham and Dr. Eusebio Spider Lucas and Dan and Johnny. And we are going to play some D&D.
Hey, what about me?
Yeah.
Oh, Paul.
Yeah, I'm here as well.
He was here.
Yeah,
Paul,
thanks, Mike.
Of course. Tonight's beer, Paul, is Eternal by Northern Monk.
Eternal?
Not bad. It's like a Northern Monk, right? Do great beer, but they don't. All their beer seems to be incredibly strong. This is the one. This is the only one they do that's like a session-y Monday night. Mm-hmm. You know, have a couple of beers. Don't feel awful tomorrow. I mean, I'll feel awful, but it'll be guilt awful because of what's about to happen.
Yeah,
to Buggy, but I won't feel awful.
Can Buggy fly?
I think Buggy's in a bit of trouble. We're about to find out. I think he might learn how to fly very quickly.
Or swim in worms.
I mean, there we are. We don't need let's have a quick recap. You're investigating the lower... You've gone down the pit in the ziggurat of Kyuss. You've flown over the giant pool of worms. Alessandra is searching the complex of rooms to the north, but Buggy, Sessions, and Parker have worked their way into a corridor that's at the southeastern corner of this worm sea. They've opened a door. They found a strange chamber with furniture and rugs and awful carvings and depictions of nastiness. And Uncle Buggy stepped into the chamber, and the moment that he did so, 3 doors opened in the chamber, and you've got 3 more of these Kyuss Knight characters, the ones with the worms for eyes, stepped out. They are stepping out, clearly triggered by Buggy's actions, but it's Buggy's turn. So Buggy can now continue to do as he wishes.
Sessions, you don't mind if I jump back on the sweepstake, do you?
I thought Sessions was up by the ceiling. Just saying.
Oh, he might be. I think he might be. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I'm going to put these.
I've literally got the equivalent of 6 hit points with the instant death by reach 0.
What?
What do you mean you got 6 hit points?
I thought we came down
my
here
intelligence is 6. If I get 6 points of intelligence, gone.
But you were the one who wanted to come down here and fight things.
Yeah.
And now some things have turned up for you to fight.
Yeah, but they're not the sort of things I want to fight.
What kind of things do you want to fight?
Let's fight some things now. We've got the chance to fight some stuff.
Well, what do you want to do? I mean, this is your opportunity.
Fighty. Roll initiative.
Fight some stuff.
Well, you want to fight them, Parker?
Yeah, of course.
Each one is in its respective doorway.
What's your,
The chambers behind them seem sparse. They seem effectively like antechambers around this main lavishly furnished room.
What's everybody else going to do?
Save you again, as we always do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a wall of force across the doors.
Are you? Oh, that sounds good.
No, just behind. I mean, if you run out, then obviously I won't.
I'm running out. I'm running back out.
Why don't
Purple, aren't you up at this? We're going to make an initiative roll any moment.
I moved over so that I could specifically see them in the doorway. I couldn't see necessarily much beyond the doorway, but I can see.
Okay, fair enough. I don't remember. Well, whatever. So, Buggy, you're bugging out. Back to
bugging out.
Ooh, that's close. I mean, you can feel the proximity, Buggy, of the worms in the lake of worms. They ripple and react as you get close, and you can definitely feel that there's something big down there moving around. Let's have initiative. It's the way of things. Kyuss Knights. Oh, here we go. What's their initiative? Oh, not that great. Okay.
Purple gets a 6. Buggy gets a 6.
Sessions gets a 12.
Okay.
Alessandra gets 23.
Well, no, Alessandra doesn't get to roll initiative. Sessions gets
Parker gets a 6.
Unaware for the moment. Parker
hold on to
gets
that.
a 6. The wormy ones get.
And if you are going to do a wall of force,
I'm not.
Because
I was going to say
you
behind
could
Buggy.
cut off. You could cut off 2 of them, and then we could dispose of one.
Dispose?
Dispose. dispose of one.
I only asked. Okay. Well, anyway, sessions.
Was it me first? Oh, wow.
Graham's nightmare scenario.
I look to Parker and Buggy to see whether they're actually looking like they're planning on
No, Buggy's
fighting.
looking at you, nodding,
Is he? Nodding.
waving,
Waving.
That means he's going in.
as in, give us a
Going
lift.
in. I give
He's
him
going
a
in.
thumbs up. He's going in.
I'm thumbing a lift.
You want me to leave Parker?
Oh,
Well, they haven't moved to
It's
it.
all about Buggy, isn't it? It's
Well, yes.
well,
Yes. Yes, I do.
well, if you put it that way, yes.
Yeah, if you put it like that. Yeah.
I know Burple can go and rescue.
You can't even remember his name. It's like you've erased him already. Whatever he was called.
Parker's got reasonable
What was
intelligence.
his name? Well, he did have until... Anyway.
It's
Parker's
tw-
down a point of intelligence.
Oh, Parker's ahead of me, is he? Okay, that's interesting.
Well,
Well, I will. Yes, it's tricky.
I'm only a light hobbit. You can just pick me up as you fly by.
Picks him up.
it's all relative. Sessions is also only a light hobbit.
I think for now I will fly up to the ceiling.
Where you are.
Where I am. Oh, I'm up at the ceiling, aren't I? Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
I
up
will
at the
look
ceiling.
down on Uncle Buggy.
Give me a lift. I say as a free action.
Sorry? Wait, hey, can't hear. I can't hear
You
the
can take
sound
free
of
actions.
these millions
I don't know
of
that
worms.
you can take free actions until you've acted in a...
Yes, I
Malicious,
think
can
you're
you?
right. Yeah.
I'll wiggle my eyebrows or something. That should be.
That's an interact with an object.
I can't quite. I'm trying to work out whether Parker is actually planning to attack them or not.
Well,
He's
I'm
well,
not going to...
Again,
cards very close
Parker's
to his
in
chest.
no
I'm not
Parker
going
is
to-
in no position to answer. I mean, he
He hasn't got a
it's-
free action
we've-
left.
We're in a
I'm gonna-
frozen moment of time. It's Sessions has got to make a decision. That's just how it is.
Is it?
It is.
It's a nightmare. I'll fly up to the ceiling
I know.
and press myself as flat as I can and have
It's
a
a
look. See
nightmare.
what's going.
Okay.
There's no buffing stuff you can do.
Buffing stuff.
Yeah.
they-
What about the bless that gives you bonuses on your saves? That might help.
Spirit Guardians around me.
Oh, Spirit Guardians. I'll invoke the Spirit Guardians. That's a good
Well,
idea.
the idea
Round
occurs
me.
to Sessions out of nowhere. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Voices.
Oh, yes, the Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Well, clank, clank, clank. Here come the wormy guys on 10. Clank, clank, clank. Here come the wormy guys. Clank, clank, clank. Doo, 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 doo.
Oh, they've got a song.
They clank round the corner into the Spirit Guardians. They've got to make saving throws, right? Yeah. Tell me about the saving throw.
The saving
For the
throw is
100
Wisdom
millionth
DC 16.
Okay, that wisdom saves us. Wisdom saves,
2d12,
that wisdom
isn't it?
save. They've got different kind of bases. You can kind of tell them apart. They seem to be all effectively, created from the same system, but they do seem to have their own peculiarities. Everybody's different, right? The world is a big melting pot. Let's start with the first one. It's a save. And the second one rolls. And that also saves with a 17 in total. And they appear to therefore take no damage from the Spirit Guardians. As we've established, these creatures seem to take no damage when they would take half damage having made a save. Parker, let's just get this over with. I don't know where to start with this. Here we are. First one attacks initially with its swords. Here come the swords.
Walking down the street.
It's armor class 26.
Oof, that's a hit.
Sword 2
10.
hits armor class 18, which is going to be a miss. Then it attacks with the eye worms. The eye worms of doom. Worm leaps at you, hits armor class 21.
Miss.
Second eye worm
Ooh.
misses on a 1. So it's just one
End of its go.
blow. Yeah, well, that was its last attack. It was very well timed by that. You take 7 points of slashing damage. 10 points of necrotic damage, but the wound that it has inflicted on you with that sword, Parker, is alive.
Oh, these are just impossible
It
to fight.
starts opening and closing.
As soon as you get
like
that, you're attacking at disadvantage. I mean, they're just
some
impossible.
sort of
So-
sick, twisted mouth. And then the other one
Disease or
attacks you.
poison.
No poison.
And also,
it's just
the thing
a
is,
horrible...
once it's on me
Yeah.
and not part of the creature, didn't we rule in the past that then it's open to the Spirit Guardians?
Hey, what? It's not a worm. This is the sword blow.
Yeah.
The slash that it has made in you, the wound, is alive. It's
Yeah, but if
opening
it's
and closing like a mouth. It's like part of you is
Right.
possessed. It's not a separate
Need to
creature
do a
that's
heal
been
on
injected
yourself.
into you. Here comes the second one.
Okay.
First is the sword blow.
Miss.
Miss. Second one.
Miss.
The miss. First worm.
Miss.
It's armor class 12, which is a miss. And then the final worm, it's armor class 18, which is a miss. That
Yes.
could
Well
have been.
done,
I
Parker.
think we all would have to agree
That
could have been a lot worse.
That's
A lot
Parker-esque.
worse.
Might be that we
And
want
move-
to retreat.
Well, let us consult the Encyclopedia Retreatica and the Master of the Art, because next on 6, it's Uncle Buggie.
Right, are we fighting these? Are we running away? I mean,
I mean, you reckon you might be able to make that jump to the next island. I mean, you wouldn't want anything to go wrong, but, you know.
Well, I've got my lightning bolt thing that I could lightning bolt myself to the other corridor. 45
Oh, you
feet,
got 60
40
feet, yeah.
It doesn't look
45
like
feet
there's
away.
much there, does it?
Are we really running away?
I think
Without
Johnny's.
Alessandra, we're not really at full strength, are we?
No, we need Alessandra to do that.
Alessandra can be there and attacking around.
Graham, will you be able to do the heals, cures on us so we don't get rid of these mouthy worm mouth things?
I will heal you, absolutely.
Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to hit them, you know.
Yeah.
Step in and wallop it.
Alright.
I will be behind you all the way, Uncle Buggy. Healing
up.
you.
Okay, I'll step in and... Which one are we going for? The one in front of you then, Parker?
Well, we haven't hit
Let's
either
focus
them
on
yet.
one of them. Okay, start raging and...
The wall of force would be useful to block off the third one. How many of those can you do a day?
2.
Because that would allow us to basically attack these two and then get rid of them, and then
Quite a precious spell, though, because essentially the angels are subject to psychic damage.
Well, I'm looking at this, but what we also need to do, actually, is Sessions needs to take one step up and back, and then the two of us need to take one step back, and that way the creatures will move in, and only two of them can attack us.
You can be underneath me, I'm 12 foot
Unless
up.
they attack, move.
Are they that strategically minded that one of them's going to step back while the other one goes in its place? And
They might do, but they'll get attacks of opportunity if they do that. So I don't think it...
I think we'll just be attacking two at any one time.
Okay, if you're sure.
That third
No.
one might attack across the corner.
That's what I'm
Can they
saying.
attack across corners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, that's the way we used, that's classic corridor.
Sessions can
Battle.
fly up.
I am flying up already.
So yeah, you two can just step back.
Hmm.
But you're going to take attacks of opportunity if you do
Well,
that.
I don't. If I attack them, then I can move away without taking attacks of opportunity.
What about Buggy?
Well, I
Yeah.
could just go underneath. I could step underneath Sessions and then ready in action
Yeah.
to bash.
Why don't we do that?
I'll tell you what, I'll go...
They might not come out the room.
Well, that would be
No,
easy.
They've got
well,
other.
I mean,
they've got
okay.
other powers, haven't they? They've got other powers.
True.
They can.
They whisper,
what was?
don't they?
Well, you need to attack them this round, Johnny. You need to
Hmm.
do something to them this round, right?
Just move in and attack. I think.
We've got 3 characters on 6.
I should Dex a light.
Are you happy to run in the order that we've got? Because whichever order we pick is the order that will then be locked. Or would you rather shuffle? At the moment we've got Buggy, then Parker.
Well,
then
it should
Bert.
be dexterity bonus next, shouldn't it?
Well, initiative bonus
Yeah, what's your initiative bonus? +2?
+4.
+3.
+3.
Plus
Okay,
3.
so in other words, really it should be Burple, then Parker, then Buggy. Should we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Burple. Sorry, we started Buggy's round and you've had a long chat about it, but actually it's Burple. Can you give me a perception check from your vantage point on the little rock pillar right out in the middle of the sea of worms?
23.
Something catches your eye, Burple, above you, in the aperture, very briefly. Corner of your eye, you thought you saw something sort of flicker into existence and then flicker out again.
Oh, God.
Well, we've seen this before, haven't we? Sandy saw it.
Yep.
It's not the angel things.
It wasn't really like that. It was more like to use a 21st century reference, or 20th century reference, really. It was like a sort of flickering televisual image almost. Like something that's not, I don't know, quite part of your reality, sort of flickering in and out of existence, but sort of
Is it-
moving at the same time.
Is it like when we encountered that phase spider?
No, not like that.
Okay.
The phase spider seemed to emerge out of a tunnel of darkness, non-Euclidean darkness, that it would clamber out of and back into. This is not like that. This is like something This is like a glitchy hologram.
Okay, that's a good way of thinking about it.
Non-Euclidean darkness. Wow.
You would understand what that is, though, Lucas, wouldn't you? You just basically, it's like, oh yeah, yeah, okay. I mean,
No,
me,
I
I
don't.
was
As
like
I'm saying,
mystified.
I do not understand.
I do.
Well, I don't understand what that is. I just
Well, Euclidean is
cool.
is measurement
intelligent, and I'm like, okay.
boxes
Yeah,
and
yeah. I can come up with pretend stuff that occasionally sounds like it's thought through.
it
but
sounds
it's not.
great.
I have no idea. It does sound good, doesn't it?
Somebody's gonna.
I think all of its impact has now been basically deflated, though, by this subsequent conversation.
I think it makes perfect sense.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, but-
I am going to do a 3rd level enemies abound spell on, except I'm flying, so I can't. That's just really annoying. It's a perfect opportunity. So,
Can't you land and do it?
yeah, but then I lose my fly spell, and I've only got one.
Do you lose
Then
it?
I'm
if you land?
marooned.
Oh, I see. It's a
If I
concentration.
do another
yeah,
concentration
yeah,
spell.
okay. It's not the actual fire. That's the problem. It's the spell that's the problem.
Yes.
Whereas spell weavers, of course,
Can do better.
Just
concentrate on more than one spell at once. I mean, not that there's an immediate issue. Well,
had it up to here on you. Right. I'm going to do 3rd level dissonant whispers on the green guy.
right.
So let's have a wisdom save, please. DC 15.
We
failed
doesn't
massively.
make it.
It
Doesn't
Lovely.
make it. Just
it takes
Just.
16 points of psychic damage,
Nice.
and it wants
Yes.
to run away.
what it would do, I think, is run back. Well, I'm going to make it run directly away from you. That means running through one of the doors of this chamber and into one of the antechambers. Yes.
And I get.
Parker gets an attack of
Yeah.
opportunity.
That's a 20. So that's
Do you want to roll to confirm as well?
no. I just want to do the extra
No, you do.
damage.
No, you do. You do, Lucas.
I do.
No, we're not gambling anymore.
No, you're
We're
not
not
gambling.
You
You
just
just
get a
roll to confirm.
freebie. It's like you're on
What?
32
It's a
grand.
critical.
You're on 32 grand and you're facing the £64,000 question. It's a free shot, right?
Yeah.
It can't get worse. It can only get better. You might as well roll the d20 and see if you get to...
Okay.
Draw
Go
a
on. then.
card.
Yeah. Right. So first of all, it takes 13 points of damage.
Yes.
Yes, 13.
That's a total of 29 so far in the round. I'm sure you're all...
And then that's a 19.
Is a miss. You've come up
What
short.
dice?
19
What
If you-
is a miss.
If you had said
What dice?
Edward the Third,
Oh, is the
you'd be
bless
going
running?
home with...
Hold on, was
No.
the bless running?
No.
No.
What dice?
You think it's worth an Ort dice?
I think it might be.
No.
Friend guide storyteller, I've got to say no.
No. But I still do an extra dice of damage on it, right?
Do it.
You double
The
your
normal-
dice.
The double dice, yeah.
So another 2d6.
And
Have you already doubled your dice? No.
no,
not yet.
I haven't. No.
Do it.
So another
Hold on.
2d6.
No, it's more than that because it's savage attack. So
Oh, you get an extra d6, or is it more now?
I get basically 2 more dice.
Bloody hell and thunder, Lucas.
Does he
Yeah.
take
Was a
damage
lot of damage.
running
So
away
long,
from the
it's
spirit
been
guide?
Do you know
so
why?
long.
Because it takes so long to do it. Yeah.
One additional time. And okay, so basically
It'll
it's
be
a-
ready when it's ready.
Yeah, so it's basically 2d6.
We can make it sound normally fast
Seven,
in the edit.
and
can't
another-
we?
With a big
Right,
edit.
do,
Yeah.
you ever,
Yeah.
do you ever
Another
listen
7
to
points
them?
of damage.
We might run out of memory though if Lucas
Another
has
7
too many
points of
rounds.
damage. Yeah, we'll run out of tape.
Run out of will to live.
Sorry. Apple Podcasts cannot serve you this content. Spotify. Well, I lost track, but let's move on to Uncle Buggie.
No,
Oh,
that was Parker's
That was my
That was my
attack
round.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
And now,
it's
now Parker has a
now I
round.
get around.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh my
Really is
god.
beyond pod, isn't
Right.
I'll just go and make a cup of tea.
So, thumpity thump. First attack.
Thumpity thump. Miss.
That's
it? Okay, but yeah.
It's a miss.
It's a miss, Lucas. Move on.
this
Second attack.
Second attack.
Oh.
That's a hit.
That is
must
a
be
hit.
13
On
points
purple.
of damage. Yeah.
Yep.
And then third attack
Is
is
a
20.
hit.
It's 8 points.
Yes. see them
And
tremble.
then the final attack is a miss, I think, 14.
Miss.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that was, I mean, basically, it's round against you,
And-
disappointing. You're round against them. We have to say good, don't we? Despite all of our,
Yeah,
you know,
it's good.
despite Dan constantly chipping
yeah,
away at your
not bad.
confidence, I think that was good. On we go. Leafing through the Encyclopedia Retreatica, it's Uncle Buggie.
Okay, I want to start raging.
Yep. Yeah.
Move up to the front line. Note.
To the front line.
Yeah,
note,
yeah,
everybody.
yep.
I'm going to bash it.
I'm not giving you a fucking medal for it.
Oh,
no.
No, 1, which means I get to reroll
yeah,
it.
it's because you're a halfling.
one.
But that does kind of make me think I should get a few
Oh, don't! It's such an
bad
old
dice
joke.
rolls out.
That's
No, I won't. I won't.
No.
I won't. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
not a joke. Okay, I want to take it again. A 19.
Ooh, is a miss.
Oh, it's armor class 20.
It's a
See if it's a critical.
It's
Oh,
a
it is.
critical. Oh, it's a critical.
What do I do?
Hit. Okay. This has never happened before.
No.
Okay, so first of all, roll double damage. Just roll double damage.
Okay, so
Let's get that out of the
this
way.
is
Let's get that
normal
bit of admin out of the way.
Is
Yeah.
21 points of damage, 6 of which is fire.
Yeah, don't worry
Plus
about it.
another. I roll the fire damage again, don't I? So that's another 40.
What? No.
Yeah, you do. Just everything except.
Yeah, you roll
bonus.
everything twice. Yeah, you
Oh.
roll everything twice.
I think it's.
No, it's too late now, Lucas. Keep moving. Keep moving. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
I remember that
So
next time.
another 16 points.
Okay, this thing is I
And
mean,
now
you've taken
the
a
card.
slice out of this thing. Deal.
Okay, so
One card.
bloodied nose, maximum damage.
What is your maximum damage?
4 8's 32. Is that right?
Yeah.
And the critical damage.
Well, yeah, I think that's 64 points of damage. That's why I'm going to. That's
Oh,
why
no,
I'm going to.
plus-
That's why I'm
plus-
going to rule it.
Plus my 5 bonus, so that's 69.
Fine.
Lovely.
Okay, that's taken the damage up a bit.
A little bit.
Still alive?
Still alive, but it's just basically taken your double damage and turned it into double maximum. I mean, you landed a really significant blow. I think you can't have the critical card make things
Doubled
go
the amount of
worse.
damage you did.
Yeah.
You got 16 and you would have
Yeah,
doubled that to
exactly.
32.
It's very severely thumped, but I think we've had this conversation before. Well, I know we've had this conversation before. You've done a lot of damage on something that has an awful lot,
A lot
of hit points.
yeah.
Right.
Let's move on to sessions at the top of the next round.
Am I right in thinking
round
that Parker has
2.
these annoying wounds, but Uncle Buggy doesn't?
Correct.
Okay,
At
I'm
what
going
point
to
is
swoop
Alessandra
down.
going to be aware? By the way,
Yeah.
Alessandra, you must have heard all
aware
this
now.
fighting and scuffling and shouting. So you
I previously rolled.
roll initiative.
I previously
Yeah, but
rolled
that's-
a 24. Were you going to let me keep that? Or do you want
Yeah,
me to-
well, I've previously rolled all sorts of numbers, but I don't. No, just off we go. It's not like. Oh, I was going to say, it's not like you're going to roll a 2. And
yeah,
you did.
So I got an initiative of 10
What's your initiative bonus?
plus 8.
8.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, you're going to come after sessions because you're going to be before the bad guys. The green skull of Kyuss is sitting there in the initiative order, but that's going to be after you. So, where were we? Oh, sessions.
I'm going to swoop down and I will tap Parker with the happy stick.
How many points of happy do you imbue Parker with? Ooh.
8 points of happy.
Okay, so 8 points of happy for Lucas.
8 points.
I presume that
Thank you.
takes away his evil mouths.
It seems to remove the horrible wound. Yes.
Lovely.
and then
Thank
I
you very
will
much.
float back up to the ceiling, Mike.
Okay.
And I might
then we go
actually
on to-
just step out to a little bit back to maybe here.
So you're sort of floating out.
Oh, hang on, no.
Closer.
I just realised I don't necessarily. I will just.
Oh, over the worms. Okay.
Yeah, no. I'll float up to the ceiling. There.
Okay, fine. Readers, suffice to say that Graham is moving his mini around a lot because he's a bit worried about exactly where. Yeah, anyway. Alessandra, on 10, you've heard a noise.
Okay.
You think that your dearest friends have got themselves involved in some kind of combat. But you're feeling very thirsty, Alessandra.
Okay. Well, she's going to fly away and fly to where she hears her friends, and she can move and dash all the way down to the southern side of the cavern.
Altitude-wise, what are we talking?
Top
Let's say you were
height.
6 foot up in the air.
And then when she exits into the Sea of Worms cavern, she will fly up. She's got loads of
Okay.
movement. Loads and loads of movement.
fine. Yeah,
But what
you
she's
can't
trying-
be 60 foot up.
Yeah,
It's a
she's trying
domed
to go-
chamber,
oh,
so
yeah.
the closer you are to the walls, the lower you are.
She's going to go, but she also wants to be able to get a bead on the purple Kyuss Knight as well.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be...
She rounds the corner and she can see the others. She can make out the target.
Yes, she needs to be able to make out the target. So what she's done, she's
Yeah.
positioned herself above what seems to be a protrusion into the Sea of Worms.
Yeah,
And
it's
she
not
was
the
higher.
perfect sighting point. There's a bit of rock extrusion in the way, but you don't have to worry about cover, do you? So,
No, there's no. I don't have to worry about cover at all, so long as I can take a bead on it, which I can do.
Yep.
Go the Eastwind. I'm class 17, which I imagine's a miss.
it's a miss. You're how high up? I mean, you could
As high as I can be with.
Yeah, I'm sort of saying
maintain.
15 to 20 feet is the maximum height that you can be
Okay,
at.
well I'll go 20 foot then.
Yeah, and it's bad guy's time. First things first, the red one clanks out of its chamber to the south, clanks around to the doorway.
Need to make a saving throw.
Uncle Buggie, let's just get that wisdom save. It rolls a 10, which is a 14, which is not enough. How much damage is it?
20. Radiant.
Then it strikes at Uncle Buggie. First attack with the long sword. 18 is a miss. Second attack hits armor class 29. That's definitely a hit. It does 9 points of slashing damage. You're raging, so it does 4 points of slashing damage.
Can I
And
do
it
a destructive wrath thing?
Yes, let's get the math out of the way. 7 points of necrotic, so that is 3 points of necrotic.
Yeah.
Is this the Wrath of
Um,
Storms?
It's the Wrath of Storm, so it has to make a DC 14 Dex save.
5, that's going to be a fail.
2d8.
2d8
Am I allowed
now.
to max it out?
I don't know, you tell me.
I think I
What,
can.
using
When you
your...
roll lightning or thunder damage, you can use your channel ability to max it out. 16 points
Yes.
of. Should I do lightning or thunder? Thunder.
Thunder.
Damage.
You are attacking purple, by the way, aren't you?
No.
No, he,
This
I
is a
thought the idea was
reaction.
we're all attack. Oh,
no, this is a reaction against a strike
Oh,
that's been
sorry.
landed, a blow that's been landed
Yeah.
upon him. You got a
Yeah.
living wound
getting confused.
from that blow.
Okay.
Then it attacks with the eyes. First eye, it's armor class 20.
Ah, fuck.
Oh dear. You've been hit by an... You take 4 points of piercing damage. You take 3 points of psychic damage.
I'm not immune to psychic damage.
Okay, so you take 6 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
And you lose 2 points of intelligence.
Oh. Right, I've now got 4 intelligence.
Dear.
I can't.
Eh?
Graham,
Yes,
have you got
I understand.
greater
I
restoration?
understand.
Greater restoration.
Yeah, but I mean, that means Vol's coming in quite close to the... Anyway, let's concentrate on the purple one, which is attacking Parker.
Can it make its saving throw?
It does make its saving throw.
Ooh.
It attacks Parker. First sword blow hits armor class 18 is a miss. Second one, armor class 16 is a miss. The first eye, armor class 15 is a miss. The second eye, armor class 21
The miss.
is a miss.
Fantastic.
And it steps away, and the green one returns to the combat.
Attack of opportunity.
Parker's already had his reaction. First attack,
God.
17 is a miss.
Can
Second
it make a
sword
saving
blow.
throw against the Spirit Guardians when it enters? It's not going to kill it, is it? So
No, it's not going to kill it. Okay, so 26 with the sword. That's one hit with the sword.
Yeah.
And then we've got the eye. First eye, 17 is a miss. Second eye, 17 is a miss. So you've got one sword blow. 6 points of slashing damage. 7 points of necrotic damage. And you have one of these horrible wounds.
Yeah.
And then I'm just a bit of the admin. We're going to mop this up. It makes it save against the Spirit Guardians. That is all of them, but not all of the bad guys, because other things happen.
No.
Purple. You catch something out the corner of your eye. Something softly descends from the aperture in the ceiling behind you all. It has got 6 arms. It's dressed quite simply. It has like a sort of moth-eaten tabard. Maybe it was something that was once of high quality, but now it's just rotted and damaged by age. Belted at the waist. Again, the belt might have been something of very high value, studded with gemstones, but now the gems are either pitted and tarnished or they've fallen out entirely. Its skin is grey and leathery and stretched over its skeleton and over its skull. It hisses and smiles at you, Burple. It says,
More fodder. Soon you will be consumed to fuel my...
can't hold the voice. It's so silly.
Soon you will be consumed to fuel my servants.
Charming.
Soon you shall die.
I'll say, I have been waiting for you, Master. Teach me. I have much to learn from your wisdom. Teach me about the age of worms. That's a bit long for a free action.
And then it floats off up north, innit? Up towards where Alessandra was. Burple, meanwhile, like babbling, this desperate, like the first episode of Ozark. No, but I mean, I can learn so much from you. It's just pathetic. The trail of urine going down the leg. Burple on
I can learn so
6.
much, just don't kill me. I thought I was doomed.
What a bunch of cowards.
What's it done? It's just gone away, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. I frightened him off.
Oh, yeah. Very scary.
He was very scared of me.
What are we going to do?
Well, keep going.
I'm going to fight
Except,
them. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
Buggy's now relying on basically animal instinct.
I've got 4 intelligence.
4.
Yeah.
4.
Oh, it's
So you had a
2
heal.
intelligence. I'm changing my round plan.
Have you got a greater restoration?
Well, of course I have.
And he's saving it for himself.
I've already done it on myself.
That was yesterday, wasn't it?
No. That was
No,
today.
it's beginning of today.
And you haven't got another one.
I didn't say that. But did I have one?
I can probably stay one more round, and then I've got to bug out, I'm afraid.
7 books in, I'm running out of voices.
Oh, yeah, we know that. You've got 3 books in
Deary
running
me.
out of voices.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've used Unconvincing Cockney 1 and 2. I've used Unconvincing Northerner. All of the Unconvincing Northerners.
Yeah,
High-pitched, slightly whispery bad guy. Bloody hell, we've had a few of them.
yeah.
And I've used my go-to really bad guy voice for Hooves, which I went with way too early.
Yeah, who's...
Yeah.
Now you must be destroyed.
Well, you just need to move around Europe now, don't you? Just have a French monster.
Anyway.
I would pick locations around the world, stick a pin in a map. Maybe Northern America. Can you not do that?
We know you will all be destroyed by my evil. I can't do that. That's not going to work.
ridiculous.
Right? And you can't have Australian. Right. You're in trouble.
What about
Colbert?
German?
I'm going to.
Yeah, it's true.
German, exactly. Oh, German.
German. Brilliant.
Oh, he's been to be quite a good.
Probably now we need a good
Herzog.
Russian, actually.
On the subject of accents, this is something I heard on the radio the other day. This is great. If you say the phrase space ghettos, space ghettos in an American accent, it sounds like somebody saying Spice Girls in a Scottish accent. Give it a shot.
Space Ghettos.
There you go. It works.
Spice Girls.
It works.
Space Girls. Space
Ghettos.
Space Ghetto.
It works. Space ghettos.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
Right. Okay. Where were we? Oh yes. It's Burps.
It's Burps who
Trail of
who's
urine running down his
already-
leg.
No, he's just frightened off the main bad guy, and now he's going to
Just remove an F, and that sentence was perfectly accurate.
Burple is going to go.
To the loo in his own pants.
Well, maybe. Shall I do another one of those dissonant whisper things? Could do another
I mean,
one of those.
damage
Quite a
things.
good fighter, aren't you? You're quite a good fighter.
I'm okay.
Well, you killed the last one.
I did, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
made
We should
much,
co- maybe we should
made
come
much
up-
off that, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, you know,
Some people
Johnny's-
might have got the impression that you just done the last few
Fairly
points of
proficient.
damage.
Yeah.
That tipped it over the edge. But you were
Yeah.
pretty emphatic that wasn't
I
the
think-
case.
that
I think
wasn't.
Johnny's
fact.
trying to
It
kind of
was,
get
was
you
he was
to...
unwounded
Had
when I killed it.
personally. Yeah. Yes, it was you who had personally slain it.
I'm going to fly up to behind Buggy and land.
Right.
And
Close to the worms there, Burple. As they lap against the
is
shore.
Sessions flying?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll go under Sessions.
Sessions, Burple, Buggy, and Parker are all in this little apron of solid land that juts out over the sea of worms. with an open double door in front of them leading to these Kyuss Knights. That's how things stand. Alessandra is out in the main chamber on a little shelf sticking out from the wall.
And then I am going to do a spell. I'm just selecting
A magical spell.
A magical spell made of magic. I think that they're probably they're immune to being frightened, aren't they? So I don't know that enemies abound is going to work, but I could try. I'm going to try. I don't use this one very often. It is a 10-foot radius sphere, so I'm going to get the green one and the orange one.
I think the most wounded one's the purple, isn't it?
It's not damaging though.
Oh.
Can I have a wisdom save from both of them, DC 15, please?
Confusion spell.
Yes.
So the green one rolls and fails.
Excellent.
The 3.
And the orange one.
Ooh, fails with a 5.
Excellent. So they both fail. Okay, so they do get to save every round.
Right.
This spell assaults and twists creatures' minds, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled action. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw when you cast a spell or be affected by it. The affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior for that turn.
Got it. And then you will tell me what happens when I roll the d10, right? I don't see anything that tells me that these things are immune to this. On we go with Parker, if it is the real Parker, on 6.
So the one that's taking the most damage is the how?
Is the how?
Do I attack at disadvantage round the corner? If I attack the purple one, is that...
It's getting a bit of a cover bonus around that corner.
Is it worth attacking the purple one with an armor class bonus or just laying into the green one without? What do we reckon?
Is the green one damaged?
They're all damaged. The purple
is the
purple
most
one is
damaged.
more damaged than the others.
The purple is the one that took the 69 points from purple.
From Buggy.
From
Armor
Buggy,
class
sorry.
do you think they are?
I'd like to take credit for that, but even I can't take credit for that. I don't think it matters.
Okay, right, well I'll just lay into the green one then. Hitting armor class 24
Is a hit.
for 11 points of damage. 17,
Miss.
then 19,
Is a miss, I'm afraid.
then armor class
Miss.
It's a miss.
11 is a miss.
Miss.
And what I will do is
Weep.
it needs to make
Bitter
a
tears
saving
of
throw.
failure. No.
DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Rolls a 5. I mean, there's no way that's going to be a save. Let me just check it. Just make sure it's not got some actually ridiculous. What did I roll?
A 5.
A 5. What was the DC?
14.
It made that save.
For fuck's sake. Okay. Oh, that's it then.
Uncle
Plus
Buggie
9
on 6.
Constitution saving throw.
I can move through these things, can I? Can I move to the southern...
You can
Just-
freely move through creatures of
And they
medium
can't
size
take
or...
reactions, so I should be able to just run through that one.
Why do you
Sure.
want to go there?
Little Uncle Buggy squittles through its legs, round the corner.
Then I turn into a lightning bolt, go
Oh, right.
3 of them.
Oh, Uncle Buggy.
nice.
Max out the damage, so
Uncle
it's 60 points of
Bug.
damage.
Oh, wow.
So they get a save.
DC 14 dex save, but do they get to save with their weird condition at the moment?
What's their weird condition again?
Well, they can't take reactions.
Can't take reaction doesn't mean you don't get any saving throws, right?
Well, isn't dodging out of the way of a lightning bolt reaction?
No.
No. They get saving throws as per normal. Their dex save is only +2. Let's start with orange. We're talking about 60 or nothing. Rolls a 16. I'm sorry, it takes no damage. The green one rolls a 16. I'm sorry, also takes no damage. Purple one rolls 16.
Jesus.
Triple 16. And also takes no damage. Thank you for playing. But
Alright, the rest of my go, I'm
they are
running back.
unharmed. So you run through the
I'm
legs.
running through...
Zoom through them as a
back
lightning
through
bolt.
them behind
Run back through their legs.
Sessions and Burple.
Back to where you started. Top of round 3, round 4, not certain. It's sessions on 12.
A quick look. Uncle Buggy has 4 intelligence, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how is Parker?
I'm -1 on intelligence. So I'm on
Yeah, but
9.
where did you
minus one
start?
from your total.
No, I mean minus one on my
No.
original intelligence. That's on 9. That's
Yeah,
not a
not
problem.
actually. Not actually
but
minus 1. Yeah.
I'm on 53 hit points, but the main issue is this gaping wound thing.
Okay.
The living wound, or whatever it was that Mike called
The
it.
living wound. Sessions can't fix everything, not all at once.
Not all at
I
once.
mean, you
Yes,
probably want to fix his wound, don't you? Because otherwise it's attacking at disadvantage.
Oh, we didn't roll at disadvantage last time, did we?
No, because I healed him last time. I've already healed him once.
Oh yeah, it's Buggy. Okay, fine.
I've got.
Who's
the
got a
wounds.
living wound then?
I've
Just
got
Buggy.
living wounds.
Yeah.
I do.
So
as
you
well,
think I should do
this time.
Parker first?
Yes.
Okay. Then, following the advice, I will swoop down low enough to touch Parker with the happy stick, and then I will fly above Buggy so I can get him next round. 12 points of
Oh,
happy.
that's very nice. Thank you very much.
Points of happy.
12
wow,
points
that
of-
is terrific. God, Paul's busy with the rangefinder.
Very happy.
And Alessandra on 10.
She can take a bead on purple guy. If she can go corner to corner.
I mean, if you say so.
I think.
Wow. I mean, sure. Yeah. That's a very Dan. Yes. It's a very Dan Paul thing.
Yes, technically.
All right then.
Yes.
There you go.
What I'm saying is, there's a difference between drawing a line between one corner of something and another corner of something, and you basically standing up against a wall somewhere in a cave, shooting through 4 people and hitting somebody who's round the corner.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
Well, that's his sharpshooter.
That's
thing, isn't
sharpshooter.
It is.
Right then. Let's see what happens. Hitting on plus 23.
23 is a hit, Paul.
Get it.
Doing
Oof. See, I can't
5,
trust this
7,
damage.
27
Oh,
points of damage.
it's not looking... Well, you don't know what it looks like. Weirdly, you can hit
Really
it with an
can't
arrow,
see
but
it.
you can't see what it looks like. It's them on 10. It's comedy dice roll time. Well, let's start with the red one then and see what it does.
Yeah.
We're going to roll on the table of confusion.
It's the
You do the
D10.
admin. Here comes the D10. Getting a
Which one's this
10.
one?
A 10. The creature can act and move
Normally
normally.
it's so
Can act and move
annoying.
normally. Purple, where are you flying?
No, I wasn't. I'm not. I've landed.
Well, it's going to move.
Can it make a
One
saving
like
throw
that.
against the Spirit Guardian?
Yeah.
Yes. And then it's going to move up another one, and then it gets to decide who to attack. Buggy, are you on the floor?
Yep.
I'm going to roll a d6.
I'm only a
1,
small
2,
hobbit.
dear readers. It is sidling its way
Scrawny
down
old
the
man.
corridor, past them all, staying close enough to Parker to not draw its
I point at the big green thing at the front of the party. Him.
1 or 2, it's Buggy. 3, 4, Burple. 5, 6, Parker. Rolling a d6, getting a 4. It's Burple. Of course it is. Of course it is. Like I needed to roll. First attack with the Sword of Horribleness. Getting a 5 and hitting armor class 15. That's not going to be enough. Second attack with the Sword of Horribleness. Armor class 27. So escaping that one. That does... a maximum 8. 13 points of slashing damage. And how are you with necrotic damage?
I'm resistant.
So 4 points of
17
necrotic damage.
points.
But also, your wound is sickeningly alive.
Yeah, I need to make a
It's
concentration
opening
check.
and closing like a weird, twisted mouth. It's going, "Hiya, Papa! Welcome! I'm so glad to be part of your body." Then it attacks you with its eyes. The first attack, it's armor class 21.
Oh, God. Yes.
Oh, dear.
That might affect your spell casting, won't it? Loss of intelligence.
Oh, concentration spell. We'll get to that in a moment. The damage from the eye bite. 6 points of piercing. And a further 9 points of psychic. And it sucks out of you 1 point of intelligence. And then we've got a final roll. Final attack with the eyes. It's a 2 and it misses. Let's go to green. Green has got to roll a d10 to see what happens to it. It rolls, a 3. That's not going to be good for
No,
green.
it's concentration check, isn't it? It might.
Oh,
that might
that's
finish.
right. Oh,
But
thanks,
But does that
Johnny.
happen immediately, or
Thanks.
is it in its round? I think.
Thank you.
Danny
No,
was
no.
saying it. He did say it.
The paperwork takes a while to come through. Is that what you're saying, Dan?
Yeah.
No.
No, isn't it? But
So let's make
the confusion effect is right at the beginning of the round.
Yeah,
before
that's
the
true,
first one
actually.
acted.
Yes.
Yeah, it's already had
So
the
the
confusion.
first one steps up and disrupts the spell.
The second one
Right.
doesn't act.
I think it'll say something like at the beginning of your... let's read it.
Infected target. It says.
At the beginning of each of its turns.
Yes. So when we move on to the green one's turn, by then we will have established whether or not your concentration check has
Conveniently.
succeeded.
Yes, conveniently.
Like every other spell in the game.
Yes, but
So-
I'm just saying that you've moved the red one to attack me conveniently before rolling
I rolled a
the green one.
D6
You
to
said
see which
let's-
one it would attack.
Yes, but you did say, well, let's start with the red one. He's going to move up. Well, you're there. You're on the ground, are you? Okay, he's going to move up. That's what you said.
The green one could have moved exactly the same. I mean, just
The green one could
Me.
have moved first.
just desperation with a capital D. Yeah.
It's
Give me a
32
D.
points of damage, Mike. Of course, it's desperation.
32. DC 16
but is it per
concentration
blow?
save. I think it's per blow. Yes, because you
Right.
don't. It's
Or
not
do you
the,
want
all
it
the
that way,
damage you
Dan?
take.
1d6
I think I
60.
probably do. I've taken 2 hits, right?
Yeah, you make 2 saves. So the first one did how much?
17.
Okay.
So that's
And was
10.
that with the sword?
That was with the sword.
So it's at disadvantage because of the living wound.
No, what do you mean? The living
Well,
wound
the-
is there before I make the roll? I mean,
Well, it makes the wound. It damages you with an attack that causes a living wound.
so it makes
That
the
damages-
concentration check immediately a disadvantage.
Oh yeah,
gets
because
better.
you've got the living wound at the point that you make the concentration check, haven't you? It's not like it takes a while to get there. Again, you and your blooming paperwork.
Well,
I mean,
I'm
technically
damned
it's a living
even-
wound. Obviously, the first few moments are fine. Anyway, on you go.
so if I do it in one, though, Graham,
2 DC
It's-
10s at disadvantage or 1 DC 16 at disadvantage.
is it 16?
32,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
1 DC
Yes.
16 at 2.
What's your bonus?
What is it? Concentration is a constitution, isn't
Constitution
it?
save, yeah.
My bonus is plus 4.
Everybody's suddenly interested in the detail.
Trying to work out DC. It's a 12 at
I
disadvantage.
mean, I think if this
Or 2
I think if
sevens.
this concentration check was to fail, then the green one is going to be fine, and I think you're in a whole heap of trouble.
No.
But you need to rank that
It's
roll.
fine. It's fine. I'm
What
going
dice?
to go for one roll at
Okay.
a DC 12 at disadvantage.
Okay. And we'll find out
Oh, no.
whether or not you make that roll. Whether or not that confusion spell stays in place when we pick things up next.
It's middle of the round, Mike.
It's confusing, isn't it?
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Spire of Long Shadows and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. The Spire of Long Shadows was written by Jesse Decker. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening.